Hello and welcome to another low energy episode. No, a high energy episode of Rover Frog with me, your Mushmaster, and my friends, the Happy Heroes. And Marcus is back. Woo! We missed
Marcus.
you last time. Yeah, no, listen, it's hard playing your character in a fight. I tried so hard to kill your character, and it did not go at all because of your weird reflect attack thing. And he was taking no damage.
Don't forget we nerfed him. Don't forget that.
I did forget that. I don't even know what we did, but
I could
listen.
say, we removed the strongest ability a monk has. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Listen, once I'm gonna stop just being worried about it and just start having fun with it again. Which is why also last session, when you guys completed your mission, you received some very interesting custom items that Marcus, I guess, doesn't know about. So do you guys want to tell him what item you have and what it does?
Oh, I forgot which one I have.
Ah,
Wait.
yes. If you go to the handouts, you should be able to see the 3 that you guys currently have with a little check mark next to it. Basically, Marcus, what happened is the client that you had done the mission for in the forge, right? The fire mission, basically. That client that you did that mission for was very grateful and gave the guild 3 magical items that he or she crafted with this energy that you guys supplied to him or her, and gave you guys 3 items basically. And so the 3 items you have now, the whole deal is like at the end of the next adventure, so when you guys come back from the current adventure that you're on, you have an opportunity to trade out any of the items that you don't like for a different item, because I made 10 possible items and you currently have 3 of them. So until you get the ones that you do like, you're gonna sort of be swapping them out. But yeah, do you guys want to say and explain what you have to Marcus so that he doesn't have to read the text, and so that people at home, which is Jasper from a year from now, know what you have?
Sure. Sure,
we were
why
just
not?
talking about it. Yeah.
So I'll start. Ironwood got some Crucible engine, which basically has 3 possible means of use. First one is that I can maximize my fire damage from any spell I want to cast, but I take some damage back, like d12s equal to the number of damage calculated by dividing by 10. So when I deal 40 damage, I take 4 d12s damage back. Yeah. So I could blow myself up, but possibly someone else. I will be coming in hot. Yeah. And then I can store 1 spell third level or lower inside this engine. I can use that, but then I take d12s equal to the spell's level. And the third use is I can imbue someone's weapon with fire. It deals additional d12 fire damage, but the wielder also gets 1d6 damage back to the wielder. Yeah. So
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, so it's not.
Yeah, it's the high risk, high reward item.
Yeah, it's not perfect for the wooden guy, but I think Ironwood will adjust with somehow.
Okay.
So, Horatio got a Flame Skull Spectre. Basically, ever-burning rod that allows me to cast Firebolt, deal more fire damage, and do what the best wizards in town can do, is casting Fireball in a closed space.
Great.
However, I can exclude, after dealing damage, I can exclude 1d4 minus 1 people from the radius.
Yeah.
That is actually insane. That is very good.
First you commit to casting Fireball, potentially with multiple allies in it, and after committing, you know how many allies you can exclude from the damage.
That is awesome. I love it.
And I think Uni has the third one.
Yes.
I have the Ember Mine Circlet, which helps to make concentration tech twice a day, so I can get advantage twice a day. And once per day I can say the person who I cast a fire based spell on that they have disadvantage on their save, or I have advantage on that attack roll. Also, some more things. I'm reading and eating. It's a lot of information.
It's okay. I can read the rest.
Yeah.
And Scorching Ray, I believe, is added to your
Yeah,
spell list.
Scorching Ray.
What better can you
Because
say?
I don't have fire spells otherwise.
To cast a fire damage dealing spell cantrip as a bonus action. Okay. Scorching Ray is added. Yeah. Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Neat.
Then, you guys went back to the guild, got your rewards, including these items, and then set back out on a new mission after meeting a man that hired a different guild to do this job for him. But the different guild is taking a long ass time, and apparently he's on a tight schedule. So he came to the guild that you guys are members of, the Clifftop Adventurers Guild, and also promised you guys some money, and I don't remember how much, as normally is. I think like 100 maybe each.
100 gold pieces?
I don't
200?
remember.
100 or 150.
Yeah, sure.
Something like that.
Something
I
like
don't know.
that.
I don't remember.
Maybe I'll watch the recording back. It's
No, you
fine.
No, you won't.
800 gold.
I 100% won't. No, let's assume it's 150 each. And promise you 150 gold pieces each upon returning the Hoarfrost Frost Flower. So traveling to the far north of the continent, and you guys flew on Captain Darian's airship. I keep wanting to call him Damien, but I'm pretty sure his name was Darian.
I also have Damien every
Oh, it
time.
was
I don't know
Damien?
why. I don't know.
Listen,
I just have Damien in my head.
I'm just going to... It says Darian in the adventure, so... Captain Darian flew you to Stormhome, but you didn't have too much time in Stormhome as your other captain, who has a much more complicated name that I don't remember, Medreth, with an AE that is attached. Captain Medreth, who is the ship captain of the Undeniable, a aquatic Lirondar vessel. Looking a bit like this, by the way. The Undeniable in Captain Medreth. And you guys left toward the northern island, Ice White Island. So if you look here at the map of Corvair, you see Ice White Island just off here in the corner, right above the Demon Wastes, or also here in the below this picture, right there is Ice White Island. You guys set off to there on the Undeniable, but on the way to Ice White Island, ran into a small problem that turned out to be a big problem as the entire ocean went silent and a mechanical clockwork warforged kraken emerged from under the sea. On top of it, standing a human with gills, sort of nasty aquatic guy that seemed to be commanding this kraken. You guys taking absolute heavy blows and spreading the damage beautifully instead of focusing on one or the other, did manage to defeat these two foes, and that is where we ended our last adventure. Kedrick, you were below deck sleeping. So and you're sort of, accustomed to the rocking of the boat while sleeping, exactly, and then sort of the entire ocean goes still, and the boat stops rocking, and maybe that, catches your attention. You maybe wake up a little bit, you're like, that's kind of weird, maybe we arrived, and you sort of maybe toss a little bit and try and go back to sleep, and then there is an impact, and a second impact, yeah, exactly, and the boat starts rocking slightly. You maybe fall out of the thing, but you get trapped underneath the bed that you were sleeping in. You're trying to claw your way out and look around for your chain that is somewhere, but it's rolled off the side because you put it on a little tray somewhere, but because of the rocking of the ship, rolled away from you, and you try and grab all your things. You hear commotion on top of the deck. There is shouting, lightning strikes, thunder blasts. The crew starts running below deck and trying to secure things or grabbing wooden planks to try and fix the ship. Meanwhile, you're just scrambling around looking for your shit. right? You're maybe only wearing some underwear, and you have at some point you're like, fuck it, I'll just go. They need me. You run up toward the top of the ship. Like, what would Kedrick do in this situation? Would he just go, okay, I'm only wearing my sleeping gear, I'll just go, or would you stay and like put on something to make yourself decent?
No, I don't make myself decent.
Yeah, okay, so
he wouldn't.
the freezing cold. You run up the deck immediately. You're just sort of instantly you're just frozen. I feel like there's maybe some enchantment below deck to keep everything like a temperate enough temperature, because they are Lirandar people, they control the weather. But on the deck, it's a bit too much to ask. So you come onto the deck, it's instantly cold. You just watch as you see a single robotic tentacle sort of slide off the side of the ship. Lasgar breathing heavy. You see Lily at the far end of the raised part of the ship as you come out, sort of the front part of the ship. You don't see Ironwood and Horatio immediately, but sort of turning around, you see them behind you on the top deck as well. And everyone is looking fucked up as hell.
What happened? What's going on here?
What didn't happen, actually?
No!
Where were you?
It just stands there in his underpants like, I kinda lost my shit down there. Like, physically and mentally. What happened? Why are you all injured?
Nothing.
Oh,
This
it's so cold!
Gigantic robotic the Kraken. I don't know the sea flora. Gigantic thing with tentacles and a big guy on top trying to drown us out because we simply exist, and you just lose your shit through this.
Actually, I don't think it was a natural creature.
No, I said it was metal. That kind of takes out the natural part.
Metal Kraken. And I like literally lost my shit. I couldn't find my shit. I just woke up. Is everybody alive?
That was a great nap.
It kind of was until a point. Where
Oh,
no.
I'm so sorry we woke you up with our trying not to die.
You know what? Yeah, you should be sorry. It was a very nice nap, and you just stopped dying.
Nope, I'm taking a nap right now. You can continue screaming and I'm going down.
Yeah, me too. I need my pants. Just go back down. So fucking good.
Yup, that checks out. Alright. I'm just looking for a document that I know I worked on earlier this week. Oh, there it is. Yes. Yeah, as you guys are maybe gathering yourselves, maybe gathering your shit, maybe checking for any leftover wounds, slowly the crew of this ship starts rejoining you, right? They start sort of checking for damage. You see two of them throw out some ropes over the side, and one guy sort of lifts himself downward and like starts hammering some planks into the side of the ship where maybe a hole was made. And the captain will also rejoin you and say, I really thought it was just a myth.
No, I'm sorry. I am not mad. However, just a myth, and you decided not to tell us about a myth that might happen, and we almost died. Right?
Lord Orion, do you wish me to inform you of every myth on the ocean? Because we will
Yes,
be here,
right now, yes.
Because we will be here until your short human life ends.
Great. At least I will know what will fuck me up like this one.
Old age, my friend. Old
Yes,
age.
old
At that
age
point.
will
But-
fuck you up in that case. And please don't swear on my ship, my lord.
But excuse me, as
I will.
far as I recall, this person who was controlling the beast said it was personal, that he knew this ship, that this beast was designed to destroy it.
What is a person? You just told me about
Yeah.
the fact.
Yes.
There was a
No.
man on top of it. He was
Yeah,
helping.
there was
Yeah.
like a
That's important information.
slimy,
I did
fishy
tell
looking
you
guy.
that you were just too busy shaking your pants because you were cold.
Oh, give him a rest. He was just trying
Yeah,
to
let
see.
me
Take a rest.
Yeah, give me a rest, Lascar. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, so what the hell happened? Like, you said this was a myth. What? A kraken, metal kraken with a guy on top of it. What? At least that. What the hell was that?
Yes, well, as I'm sure you're all aware, House Lirondar and the House of Canith worked together to create the airship technology, but there was a rumor going around that Canith had a failsafe should these negotiations go south, and we always assumed that was just a rumor because nothing actually ended up happening. But the theory was that they had set some kind of trap around the oceans of Stormhome, that if the deal went south or Kenneth was unsatisfied with the results thereof, that something they had buried would destroy Lirandar sailing ships.
Ooh.
Although
Right.
it's been very long since that deal was actually passed, so it sort of faded into myth, and we didn't think it might have been real.
Well, bad fortune, but good fortune that you can actually tell your family about it. Now
Yes, that's what concerns me.
that you live.
No, what quarrel does House Kenneth have with us now? I mean, this deal has been very fruitful for both our families.
Uh, did your fam? Do you know if your family paid everything back if they worked with them? Did they get everything they wanted?
Should be.
Could it be
But,
that they installed this failsafe and just failed to control it after the deal was closed?
yes, but this would be the first reported case of it actually happening.
Maybe it's just the rogue agent that doesn't like your family.
Possible. Very possible. Well, I thank you for looking out for the undeniable, and invite you all for a rest. I think you seem haggled and battered and bruised.
Oh, seriously? I didn't
Yep.
know this.
That was not an easy one.
Yeah.
Yes, very well. Um, yes. And she heads into the captain's quarters, and you sort of hear her rummaging around a bit. And then she comes back out, sort of toward your group, assuming that you've at least gathered yourselves and are not spread in 5 positions across the entire ship. And she is holding a small weapon. And she sort of holds it out towards your group, and she says, I'm very grateful that you have protected the undeniable. While we are supposed to be your crew, you have done a service to my crew and my people and kept us all safe. I don't have much, but I want to give you this. And she sort of takes a little cloth off, and it's a very beautifully made short sword that sort of has the like a little kraken on the hilt of it with like tentacles wrapping back around it, almost like the kraken is sort of holding on to the little crossbar of this little short sword if it's holding it in place. It isn't much, but it's the least that I can give you.
Oh, it's such a pretty thing. Thank you.
Take it.
Nazgar will take it.
Mhm.
You guys have your magic explosive items. I will take this.
I stepped through. I don't even deserve it.
Oh, it even has a little kraken on it.
Yeah,
You-
that's what it
you
says.
get-
It's very pretty. Thank you.
You got yourself a beautiful souvenir.
Yeah, it's a +1 short sword that you can add to
Nice.
your inventory.
Hey.
And you guys do have the opportunity to take a little rest right now.
Yeah, I need it.
I have a question. Short rest or a full rest?
You could take a long rest. My headphones just beeped, so I have to get a charger. Give me 3 seconds.
You can take a full short rest if you want.
A very
short
long
long
short rest.
Or a short long rest, no problem. It will be no healing, but a good version of RP sleep.
Hell yeah. RP sleep.
Bonus action to sleep.
Work.
Sorry.
How dare you?
And then around like this, maybe. What?
I forgot to prep my 4th level spells apparently. Whoopsie.
Well, I guess you only have 3rd level spells today. No, you're taking a long rest. You can prep spells. You guys now know what your quest is, what your mission is. Like, if you want to have any kind of spells that you think would work well in this kind of weather, then you might want to switch some around.
Our characters did have enough time in the city back before we went here, right?
I'm
No.
sorry.
Or is this the way back from the mission we had with the?
No. You
What?
definitely had time in Sharn
Damn
to
it.
buy any equipment, and you were given some stuff as well. You're given cold weather survival packs, which includes a backpack, a bedroll, cold weather clothes, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, and 10 days of rations, and a water skin.
Okay, I just wanted to, because of cold weather clothing, wanted to make sure.
And you will notice that sort of everything in this pack is like used. It's like a possession of the guild, so they expect when you are finished with this mission that you would give it back to the guild, and then so it has like the guild logo on it. You know, it's like uniform almost, cold weather uniform.
That's cool.
All right. Yeah, a little out of character moment, right? I wrote these character hooks if we're interested in trying those out, because right now we sort of have within the party this energy of we're co-workers, right? We do these quests together and we make money, and then we sort of go our separate ways. But I was interested in hearing if any of you guys would have liked for your characters to, even if it was just one meeting, right, have met each other before you joined the guild. Because if you remember, the way we started this campaign, you guys are all standing on top of a bridge, joining the guild. That's why we started the campaign. So maybe your characters already knew each other before that moment, but we never really established that. And I'm noticing I'm like sometimes missing some interaction between the party when I give you the opportunity to, so I was like, maybe this is a way to encourage that. So if you think your character is a lone wolf that doesn't know the rest of the party, you're more than welcome to like bow out. But I just wanted to have like a little moment here where maybe all of you are sort of getting ready to like jump into bed, and a few of the Liron Dark crew are also there, and they're looking at you guys, and they're wondering, how did you guys meet? Like, did you train together? What happened that made you guys so strong? How long have you known each other? And as they sort of look at you asking this question, in like a video game, sort of a menu comes up, and you can like select your answer, you know, out of a list of some possible things. Is there anyone that says that they want to bow out and specifically be like a character that no one knew before joining the guild?
I mean, not to bow out, but given how we started the campaign and what was the beginning and stuff, I think it would make more sense if we had a meeting after joining the guild rather than before that.
Sorry.
Before we all come from very different backgrounds, and I don't know how we joined the guild. Was it a whole recruitment process and that was the final part, or we were just invited to, hey, get to us to jump off this bridge and join the guild?
Yeah, it was more like a single test thing, right?
Yeah. So I do think that it would make sense that we like went out to the tavern to grab a beer together, but after the first commission, personally. Because I don't think there is a way that we would have known each other before, given we have very different backgrounds.
Well, the thing is, I tried to keep track of that in the list of things that I have. So you know a few things about each other's characters, right? I think you know a few things about each other. And it's always the invitation of like, hey, I'm thinking our characters know each other this way. Does that work for you? And then you can sort of workshop it together a little bit to fully tune it into where it works for both of your characters, right? Because we did this for my Lancer campaign where my character was from the military, and then another guy just went, yeah, we joined a cult together to my character. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll roll with it. That sounds funny as hell. So, you know,
so not the whole group, but just like
no, two characters would know each other from something. So
right,
I would give you the list of things. You would all look at it, think about it for a little bit, and then whoever goes like calls something out first is the first to go. So for example, if Martina calls something out first and she turns to Marcus and she says, yes, our characters already know each other and I'm thinking of this. And then the two of you
Do
sort
we
of...
need to go off the do we need to stick to the list, or can we have...
The list is funny, I will say.
Okay, alright.
But
Because
if
I
you
do have
want...
an idea.
But if you want to make up your own, you know, you're more than welcome to.
I
But
will look
I
at the
will
list
say
first,
that the
though.
list is funny.
Alright.
I'm up for retconning because my character obviously joined later, but sure, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a moment of what the fuck? I do know you. We oh,
Yeah, it could also have been
Oh,
like...
it's you.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely some things on here where it was like a one-off, right? We met each other one time during the war, because that's also the thing of like, Martina, I like your idea of saying like, oh, maybe we had like a little side quest with the two of us during our already having joined the guild. But the list that I have has many things on it that would have happened during the war, so it's a little bit too much retconning if it was like, yeah, we served in the trenches together. I'm like, there is no war. What do you mean we served in the trenches together? Alright.
There is no war in Basingse.
There is
We
no
were-
war in Basingse.
We were saved by a guy who's way too fast for anything that's possible in this game.
We met a vigilante. He calls
Who got
himself
beat up.
the Flash, maybe?
No, the blur. He was the blur,
Blur.
not the flash.
No.
I was gonna say the Blur, but I was just not sure if it...
The
If
Flash
that was
is
it.
our instance. We don't want to get sued by DC.
Okay,
Oh, we
fine.
should.
Alright, I've cast
this
Wall of
list.
Test. It might be super successful. Hey, so
Yeah,
the
very
way it
fun.
works
For
is you
fun.
look at this list, and you're gonna, if one of them jumps out to you that you want to have a connection with a different character, you could also make up your own, right? But I think some of the things on the list are very funny. But if you want to make up your own or choose one from the list, choose one other character. Once that other character has been chosen, it's their turn next to then choose someone else. And then it's their turn to choose someone else. And then it's their turn to choose someone else. And then the last person would automatically choose the first person. So whoever calls something out first gets to go first, basically.
How much I do love this. I'm not sure if it fits my character.
Then you choose one first.
Yeah.
Because if you choose one first, then you can be certain that it fits your character, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and in the end, it's your character. So what you think is nice, now it fits. That's the whole
Mhm.
cool part about
Yeah,
D&D.
and also, like I said, it's like workshopping it together with each other, because it's like, oh, my character joined a cult. I'm like, what kind of cult? It's like, well, we were actually in the desert, and we were on a mission for the military, and we didn't realize that the group that we had joined was actually a cult, and so it's like, we could always workshop it or say, that really doesn't work for my character, you know? But I just think
No.
these are just some nice little hooks maybe for your characters to be like, well, actually, we met at a goblin wedding when, you know, it's like, oh yeah, funny.
I want to call something out. I want to be first. And I'm calling the Goblin Wedding with Horatio.
Yes!
The thing is, I know Goblin. I knew what I was doing. But I lost to a card game with him and I was owing him money. So I decided that if I marry him, the debt is off. He doesn't know we are legally married. I legally do not owe him money.
Yup.
Which means we have debt together now. And it's
But
a
no,
gambling debt.
Yes, I will say for the last 5, I've written out a little scene that I would want to run if I was going to do this at a later point. For all the other ones, I haven't written out a little scene, but for the last 5, I did. So I did have, like, we find ourselves in a town square of a Dargul settlement, a rare place where humans, goblins, and everything else is willing to party, and they can find common ground, even if just for a night. Drums pound in a steady, infectious rhythm, strings of lanterns swing above the crowd, goblins dance wildly in circles, faces paintings, arms flailing with joy. A massive roast pig turns on a spit, and judging by the salivating crowd, it'll be ready in about 15 minutes. You two, one whom led the other here under false pretenses, the other just here to fucking party, let's go. Find yourselves among the revelry. The crowd makes like a little space for you, and Martina, you see like a little goblin wearing a flower crown nods at you knowingly because she knows what she's about to do, and she sort of wanders up to you and she says in Goblin, which, Horatio, do you speak Goblin? She says, Batar Kadash! Which, Martina, you know to mean, let the ceremony begin! she snaps her fingers, and Horatio, you notice it's maybe like a little goblin prank because suddenly your shoelaces are tied together. And as you go to reach down to like, haha, funny, and like untie it, you notice that also your wrist and the wrist of Lasgar has like a little bit of like a flowery wreath connecting them together. And then she says, by the grace of great Buyag, you will be married! But in Goblin again, right? So all you know is Katash Kabuyag Petentu Beri. All the other goblins cheer. Some of the people around also don't know what's going on. You are Horatio.
I'm grabbing Horatio, starting to dance with him.
Oh, you are first lifted into the air and are sort of crowd surfing in a full circle around. We fade away from this scene where Horatio, you just barely remember a night of partying. But what do you tell these sailors about that time? He's asking like, how did you guys meet? Or like, how did you guys get so strong?
Oh, me and Horatio actually know each other. We met at a party. It was a sick party, and we just hit it off, and then we met each other another time while joining the guild. So
Honestly, I thought they were about to sacrifice me at some point.
no, they wouldn't do that.
I mean, they were yelling quite loud. I don't know.
Oh, goblins
that's
are
okay.
yelling loud. That's their thing.
Oh,
They're small, so they have to yell loud.
You went to a goblin party?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had nice drinks. Weirdly.
I bet. Okay. Have you? Do you have many experiences with sort of like goblins and other creatures?
A bit. I mean, I'm not an expert.
Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. And then he
It
sort of
was.
stumps the other sailor sitting next to him, and he's like, maybe we could go to a goblin party sometime. And he goes, no,
You should totally go there.
absolutely not. Well, it could be fun. He says, no. First of all, I'm not going to a party specifically with you because of what happened last time. And second of all, our next day off is in like 400 days, and I'm not willing to spend it with you because of what happened last time. He goes, listen, I apologize to your sister. There's nothing else I can do about it, okay? Anyway,
Wanted
Horatio.
to let it happen story between the characters. Now we know more about two characters who have nothing to do with us at all.
They don't have names, and I came up with this on the fly. So anyway, Horatio, do you have your eye on something?
Wait.
If Flurry had a nickel for every time that his character was in a goblin wedding, you would have 2 nickels.
It's just a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Or do you want to do the goblin wedding again? And this is when we find out actually you guys are all married to each other.
We'll just marry Horatio.
That's a great point, however.
Yes. However.
Kendrick, how about we perform together in a halfling circle?
Circuits.
Circus.
Yeah,
Circus.
like, probably. There are very loud people all around.
They are very,
and
yeah.
I know. This voice just keeps following me around everywhere. I was so annoyed by the.
I know
loud
you
person in
missed
the
it
circus.
though. Of course you missed it. However, I was so not inspired back then. That performance was a.
You had different hair back then, though.
Okay. Yeah, it was short. You know, hair sometimes grow out.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank the gods.
Excuse me, what do you mean by that?
Your hairdo was terrible.
It wasn't terrible though.
It was spiky. Spiky.
Oh, do you have like frosted tips?
No, it was windy back then. Okay, my hair just.
Yeah, he said
No.
windy tips.
Windy tips?
Windy back then.
So a halfling circus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that different from a normal circus?
A lot of halflings come there to see larger people do stuff, and sometimes we actually had to do things on smaller things, like the
Yeah.
tightrope was way shorter for some reason. I
It
don't
was
know.
somehow
It's
Wait,
smaller
so
though.
a halfling circus is not a circus where halflings perform. A halfling
No.
circus is a circus specifically where non-halflings perform so that halflings can go and watch them.
Yeah.
yeah. This
have-
one did.
I must say, I have never heard of this. Where was this circus?
Oh, where was it again?
It was somewhere to the north, to the south, I think. I don't remember. I was blackout drunk back then.
Was this in Sire or like on the plains? Were you performing to the nomadic halflings?
I think that's that's why
makes
there were not the halflings were not performing. It was us who were performing.
That's why I
ultimately-
made these. That's why these weird dinosaur pets.
Yeah.
Oh.
It almost.
You know,
bit
I
my
drank.
head off.
I did a lot of things back then.
So
You've
what
seen
was
dinosaurs?
your act? Could you do an act right now?
Oh,
No,
I
that's
can- well,
embarrassing.
we are on the ship, but I was more of in a way of an acrobat, you know.
Sure,
It's
but how
just-
big was your act that it's not gonna fit on the ship? Didn't you just
No,
say it
it's-
was a
no,
tiny
no,
circus?
No, misunderstanding. It's a ship. I don't have sea legs, and it's wobbly, and I'm probably going to fail and embarrass myself. But yeah, it's tightrope. It's knife throwing. These very typical things. It's like
Skill issue.
let me try. Let me try, and I will go up on a table,
Yes.
something, and be like, all right. Can you do the yell again so I can get back into the thing?
So once upon a time.
Oh, why did I ask that?
I love this already.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll wait for the yell of starting because of alright.
Horatio will say a terrible story that has many plot points in a span of 3 minutes, and it doesn't hold up together at all.
Yeah, and and you can see in Kedrick's face that he forgot that it was so long and fucking boring.
I'm gonna make some
So,
insight
like-
checks. Yeah, there's 3 of them, right? Or maybe 2 of them. I mean, the main one that's been talking is like fully invested, and the other 2 are like, this story doesn't make any fucking sense. The first one is like, shut up. They're about to do the trick.
And so the grant.
Alright, so, and I will take out, I will have 3 daggers. Aim at a pole, not important pole. And then, alright, and then jump off, do a, like twist jump, and throw the knives to hit the spot, like, pap, 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 like that.
Ooh, okay.
I will try, but it was like a few years ago, so I might fuck it up.
Yes, you can make. What kind of check are you trying to make?
Probably acrobatics.
Or an attack roll, or a check?
Well, I'll take the attack roll because my acrobatics is terrible.
Yes, and you can make. So, before you roll, you have a bardic inspiration from Horatio for a 3-minute speech, of course. So I want you to make 3 attack rolls. I'm gonna say you need to hit a 15, and you have that 1 extra d8 that you can add on one of them.
Okay.
Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
But I have to say it before I roll, right? With the 1d8
The
extra?
bardic inspiration. No, after.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
Or-
first one.
Yeah. But after
Before-
each... Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Before Kedrick started, Lily kind of snaps out of the zone out that she's been in, realized what the fuck he's doing, went up and to grab some bandages because that shit's gonna go wrong.
Hey, don't look at the
Hell
die
yes.
roll I just did. I will
Are
throw the 1d8, by the way.
Yes,
Because
I was
it's the
gonna
first
say
one
add the
always
1d8, yeah.
God damn it.
It's a 14.
Wait. I have a hero dice I will use for this thing
Spend it on this? No.
because I will make it a 15 with that. I don't
Yes,
care.
that'll be
Oh.
a 15 on the first one, yes.
Then the second one will be a 25, and the
Nice.
last one will be a 16.
Hell
Then
yes. Lily, you walk back in, you feel like it's about to go wrong, but just as you walk back in, the third dagger perfectly in a. Did you make a straight line or like a horizontal kind of like one above the other thing, or like they're in a straight line vertical?
Oh, it's like throwing into the bullseye and dart like.
Oh,
like
all
it's
three
like,
of sure.
yeah.
So the first one goes in on the spot that you wanted it in. I feel like the second one just sort of splits the handle of the first one and is then perfectly stuck in it, and then the third one sort of in from the side, right? So two of them are like in it still. The first one is completely destroyed and carved into two pieces.
Yeah.
The three people clap. They're so impressed. I mean, even the two that weren't really into the story are very much like, oh wow, that's incredible. So you would first have like a story to make everyone lose interest, and then do something really cool to bring the attention back?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, we should visit a halfling circus sometime. It seems like our kind of thing. The other two go, no, we're not going anywhere with you. I thought we established this. The first one goes, listen, it happened 3 times. How many times can I apologize? They're like, not enough, man, not enough. All right. I love this, but out of character, this is excellent, and this is exactly what I needed. So what we've established is that Lascar and Horatio are actually married, but only Lascar knows. And Horatio used to have horrible hair back in the day when they were in a halfling circus, which is not a circus where halflings perform, but a circus where halflings are the audience.
And you misunderstand. Yet the hairdo was good back then.
Well, for the time it was a good haircut,
but
looking
now it's
back,
terrible.
Yeah. All right, Kedrick, do you have your eye on something?
Oh, actually, no. It was so hard for me because I actually did join the group later, and now because of the story, I actually kind of lost. I thought maybe, which was very interesting, it would be with Ironwood, which I might not really realize until later, that we were actually pen pals. And your writing was so mechanical, maybe. It was so your style. That was like, this is so interesting. I just keep writing. It's interesting. It's really interesting. If you're up for it.
Yeah, of course, but what are we, like, mean by pen pals? That we knew each other and just messaged each other, or
no, we didn't meet each other. We just knew each other by letters. I'm not quite sure how we did that in this time, though. Yeah, but our DM might have an idea.
I think
how we found the first letter.
Yeah, so House Civis put up like a notice board, and they're like, looking for a friend during these dark times. Sign up for the Civis Pen Pal program. And I feel like Kedrick maybe signed up knowing what he was signing up for. Looking
Tried
for
to
like,
find people.
Yeah, just trying to like, find people. But why did Ironwood maybe sign up for something like this?
I think that because it was during the war, right? That he was never suited for the war and just felt off. So when he saw something that wasn't all about killing, conquering, and some other stuff, he just said, okay, why not? Let's see what these pen pals are about.
Yeah, I love that. And so maybe once a month, or like how often do you think you would exchange letters?
Once a month sounds good.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Yeah, you receive a letter, you like write a new one, maybe think about it for a while, send it like a few weeks later maybe. Yeah, perfect. Do you guys, even after the war ended, do you think you sort of tried to continue this? Because I feel like the Civis program that they were like hosting ended when the war ended, but you could have like tried to keep in touch yourselves instead of through this program.
I think for this...
No, go ahead, please, go ahead.
Okay, I thought that just for a while, maybe some longer than a while, Ironwood will still text Cedric, but pen pal, and maybe invite him over to his village where he was a gardener, to be honest. He had some cabbages growing, maybe some herbs, maybe he invited him for the tea, but I don't know. Maybe Cedric had better plans for this, and the contact faded away.
Well, did Kedrick have better plans?
I don't know.
I think...
What do you think?
The last letter you sent was the time I joined the Adventure Guild, because I did it earlier than all of you, right? I was still already there.
Kedrick was
And then-
already a member of the guild
Yes,
before you guys.
and then then I think I would have realized that it actually was you. We just realized it like a week or two back when I heard you talking. I was like, wait a second, and because I did keep the letters because they were philosophical. It actually remind me of a thing that I lost. So it was like. Because Ironwood was not the name in Kedrick's mind, so we might have just realized it not too long ago. And yeah, I did have something better to do because I joined the Adventurers Guild and had no time.
And you were busy.
So we'll say this, Ironwood, you kept maybe writing a few letters, but you never got any response. You've been very diligently sending them to the same address you had been sending them to for a while, somewhere where the house people live, right? Or something. You just keep sending it there. But Kedrick, you don't live there anymore. You went to Sharn, and you've been in Sharn for a while, and you figured how civils would send them to the right address, right? Did you do the paperwork? It sort of watered away in your mind, and you were so busy, and you were sometimes maybe wondering, like, should I send a letter? But it's his turn to send a letter, you know?
The thing is, I don't actually have an address right now.
Yeah, exactly. So
It was an awkward situation.
yeah.
But yeah, I like it. You should definitely talk about it in character.
So, did you guys already know each other as well?
No.
Crazy situation. I think Ironwood is one of the people that knows me the best, kind of. Ironwood, and I pull out the letters that I always have with me. I actually did keep those letters.
You actually did.
I did.
I thought when you stopped responding that it was just curiosity that pushed you to the writing to me. I just thought that you abandoned me. No hard feelings, obviously.
You know,
Weren't.
the curiosity actually did help me quite a lot, and it was curiosity at the beginning. So yeah, we kind of know each other, but through letters mostly. An initiative from what were they called again? Actually, I already forgot the name of the people who did this initiative for the letter writing.
Pen Pal's company.
Was it? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Start
Yes,
soldiers' friends. I don't know.
Yeah, he helped me in quite a lot of things in philosophical questions and ideas about my future, actually.
Yeah, I never thought that non-human insight on things would help anyone, but if it helped you, then
Well,
I was more than pleased.
don't worry, I always have non-human ideas, but still, yeah, even the non-dwarfish ideas did help me a lot, my friend. I actually never told you I'm a dwarf, which I never thought I needed to. But your handwriting is so impeccable. I was always wondered. I was kind of confused there when I saw that you're actually a Warforged.
Yeah, I know that my handwriting is more similar to the child's because I learned how to write relatively late in my life. Then I make letters like this.
Yes, but they're like, and I just show a letter, like not what it actually says, but it's like almost perfect writing. But it's like, yeah, this is children's thing, but it's a Warforged thing, right? It's like
Children Warforged.
like a machine, and it's.
Yes. And I never thought that you were
among
dwarf.
his peers, he would be considered a bad writer, but like as a Warforged, he's still an impeccable writer.
Yes, exactly.
Something like this.
I never thought that you are a dwarf. I thought that you are, I don't know, a non-warforged for sure, because you were so expressive in your letters. It was really refreshing from what I saw and what I experienced back then.
Oh, tell me about it. You're the views on the world and some problems I had back then. It was refreshing not to talk with somebody in my family who was just very direct and not forward thinking.
As you can for sure recall, my whole squad was run by Warforged. We never had opportunity to think about emotions and talk about them. So, you were a first person who ever experienced my, how would I say that? Emotions, my feelings. And thank you for that.
You were the first person I would call a friend.
Well, did you guys just figure this out now?
I don't know.
No, we just didn't talk about it.
Well, I didn't know. Like, between the first and our second mission, I realized who he actually was. Which is
Yeah,
kind of cute.
I realized the moment I heard you, but I didn't want to push myself onto you.
Could have said something.
I thought you abandoned me after all.
Yikes! And then the other two slap him. He goes, sorry.
Yikes!
Like I said, no hard feelings. Now I understand everything.
Wow, that's really nice, actually. So I'm so glad for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it.
That sounds like a actually good program, and we should set something up like this in Stormhome that might actually work. Oh yeah, and then we could. You're not joining. If we're setting this up, you're not fucking gonna be part of it.
What did they do? What did he do?
Yeah.
With his
What
sister?
did he do? Honestly,
This is funny.
the list is shorter.
I think that's just bullying at this point.
No, this is fair. Yeah, no.
No,
This is fair.
Alright.
it's not fair.
This is
We
not
don't
me
know.
saying, this is Willow saying this. This is fair.
This is how the Darth things
Deserved.
are. Yeah. Alright, Kua, do you have your eye on something connected
Ye-
to Lily?
Actually, yeah, but how long ago did morning happen?
I want to say 4 years. 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so we are all coming up with some cheery stories. Maybe let's talk about our edgy dev cleric here. And I thought that Ironwood would experience the morning together with Lily. You know, like a light and the dark, the positivity and negativity.
I'm trying
Maybe
to
some
figure out.
maybe we had some philosophical talk about what will
I don't-
happen.
I talked about with Michelle about this somewhere before, but I don't remember because something happened as well. I don't remember. We talked about this before.
Yes. I'm pretty sure during the war you left. And we didn't really talk about what you've done since you left. Just sort of going to Sharn is where we pick back up. But in between there is room for being like, okay, you had nowhere to go. You're looking around. There's this very nice warforged with a very nice garden. Maybe you stole some fruit, right? You're just trying to like scrounge for food on this specific day, on the day of mourning.
Yeah.
You're just in this garden, hunched down, hoping to not get caught. You're looking at some juicy tomatoes, you know? And then for Ironwood, it's like your model of Warforged has sort of been semi-retired, so now you're a bit more in charge of like local crops, and you're supplying army with these crops that you're growing, and you're no longer actively in the fight. You have been for many years, but maybe for like half a year, I'll say, you've sort of been taken out of active duty, and you're just maintaining a large area of food. And as you're looking out of your little window on your little house, you just sort of, your head does a full 360, just looking around. You just spot a little something, maybe off in the field.
Oh, that's curious. If some animal is picking my fruits and vegetables, and he would go there for sure. I don't know if we are role-playing it right now,
Yeah,
or...
we can do a little roleplay, a little tiny
Yeah,
roleplay.
just a little bit.
Ironwood, can you roll a stealth check?
Okay. Of course. That's my favorite thing to do.
Of course.
Oh!
Nice!
Natural one!
Lily, you 100% here. Just maybe making like a little bird whistle as he walks, because you're just assuming this to be like a little animal or something. Just a little bird whistle approaching. There's definitely someone coming, but you know it's already too late to run away.
shit.
And you stand up. Whoop. Yeah, you see this wooden warforged is approaching you.
Hello.
Oh, hi there. Do you need something?
No.
Why are you hiding in a bush?
I thought there was like a bird. I wanted to
There's plenty
like
of birds
shoo
here.
it away from the fruit.
The bird chewing on fruit.
Yes, it was like taking things. Like over there.
Yeah, they do it all the time, but they're really welcome here. As anyone who wants to feed themselves. Are you hungry? I have great tomato soup on the stove.
I imagine like a tomato falling out.
Yeah, 100%.
The
And
bottom.
The whole cabbage.
You see that his eyes, his head just went on the tomato and back to you without any hesitation, I would say. Like it would be without insight check, a normal thing for him. So, do you want the tomatoes you picked up? You want me to heat them up or to make a stove?
Oh, like
A
a soup.
stew?
That you were
A
just
stew?
giving me hot tomato.
Yes.
Because I've definitely had a Warforged do that before. It was not good.
A warforged just hands
Sorry.
you a warm tomato. This is a
Yeah.
different scene we cut to in the middle of a battlefield. You're like, get us some food! And then a warforged just runs up and hands you a tomato. And you think, okay, it's like a cold tomato, sure, whatever. And you touch this tomato and burn your fucking fingers on a hot tomato in like somewhere in northern Sire where you're like trying to get something done. And anyway, flashback ends. You're back in this field with Ironwood. Do you go in with him for some soup? Do you think Lily would accept this offer?
No.
He
At
would
least you
just,
would very gently start shuffling like backwards, trying to not step on all of the plants as well.
oh, no problem. If you're not hungry now, I can give you something on the go. If you're in a hurry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Lily, you can make
Come
a little
anytime you
insight check if you want.
Mm.
Yeah, no. This guy, he's gonna lure you into the house and it's 100% a trap. You cannot
He's gonna
go in.
kill me.
He is maybe going to kill you or do something worse.
Yeah, let's change it on the you spared my life when you could have killed me.
What? No. No, 100%. Lily, as you're about to turn around, you see diagonally behind this warforged that's standing there, a momentary flash of light. And you want to avert your eyes, but you also want to look at it. And Ironwood, you can see that this girl who is sort of slowly shuffling away from you, suddenly her attention is drawn to something behind you. So you sort of instinctively, maybe look this way. And you guys witness this stillness suddenly. After this flash of light, Ironwood, you don't hear any birds, any ground critters, any little skitters. The wind goes completely still after this flash of light. Then for a moment, wind draws you toward it so strong you have to like cower down for a moment so that you're not fully toppled over. And then as quickly as this wind rushed in, tenfold blows you away, and you sort of start both sent tumbling across this field as clouds rapidly start moving away from this spot in the distance, and a dark gray a shadow falls over the entire field you were standing in as we cut away from this scene. And neither of you saw each other again. Probably after this like tumbling away over the field, Lily probably scampered away. Ironwood maybe got back up and tried to check and make sure everything was okay, but everything was not okay, right? This happened 4 or 5 years ago. And now that you're sort of like thinking about it, you've both known that this was sort of that you guys met each other before, but you've both sort of not mentioned it maybe because it brings up a very touchy subject for many people, which is the day of mourning, right? And you don't just want to sort of casually be like, oh yeah, remember that horrible event that we were both in? That's where we met the first time. So maybe, unless you of course want to when prompted, I think maybe when this sailor sort of asks you guys, like, oh, did you guys also already know each other before? How would you respond in that moment? Sort of making eye contact, would you say anything?
Something about a vegetable garden. I don't...
Yeah. About offer for a mutual dinner, but she refused to.
You
Oh.
seemed kind of weird in the middle of nowhere. Just fruit.
You were just casually
Thank you.
growing some fruit somewhere?
Hmm. Some people might consider them as vegetables, but
Sure. Oh, yeah, okay, sure. I mean, yeah, it's kind of...
yeah.
So you didn't know each other and you just sort of invited her in for some soup?
That's what I would call warforged hospitality.
Oh. And then the one in the middle goes, but did the soup have milk in it? And the other two again sort of slap him. They're like, shut the fuck up. No one has milk in their soup. Especially what vegetable soup? You don't put milk in that shit. And he's like, you clearly haven't had any of Eric's soup. It's excellent and it's only on the bottom shelf. Okay. It's bottom shelf soup. Why would you eat that? He goes, because this man works hard and he deserves it. Alright. We learned that he has one redeemable quality.
He likes Eric's.
Yes. Alright.
Say hello to Michelle's new character for the next campaign.
I'm just gonna play this guy who has done so many things wrong but loves Eric's soup. Maybe. Alright. Uni, connecting back to Lasgard, do you have anything? Have you found anything?
I'm thinking, but we both wouldn't know that we were like on the same train, but we survived the train crash between Train and Brilliant.
Yes. We travel back to the day when Kaori and Nyx fucked up in the worst way. A train crash. Something happened somewhere in the middle. The train is sinking into the lake. We don't remember the details about this mission, but we do know that it happened. Yeah, I think I was thinking about this one and how it would work out. Where do you think you guys were traveling? Do you think it was a collision between trains, or do you think it was one train, like I said, sort of on some kind of roguish team derailed the train? Hello? Oh, yes.
I think it might have been like just something that they did that fucked the train up enough with the mixture of like the elemental energy from the train tracks that it just kind of did like a inside of collision, that like two cars kind of rammed together too hard, which caused everything to kind of fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Incomplete.
Sure. And do you guys think this was so this was during the war, right? Because if it was a Kaori and Nyx thing, it would have been during the war. Where were you guys heading? You weren't necessarily traveling together, but you happened to be on this train together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Yeah.
I
Sure,
think
let's
wherever would
Can we
fit
get a
for
map?
Asgard.
Sure, let's say it's a train heading from west toward east, because that's how I always sort of imagined this train would run. A train
Yeah, that
from
works.
like somewhere in Breland toward like a Salvation, a Vathurand, a Strelesticor kind of eastward bound train. And as these two wagons crash together, the two of you managing to like huddle on for dear life as the train sort of spins off the track and starts rolling down a hill and ends up sideways in a lake, and you just have barely enough time for yourselves to make it out. Lily, you would see off to the side two figures that are going cart to cart, making sure that everyone is dead. right? And you're just like, okay, if I sort of get out of their way, I won't be in their way. Because that's the last thing you want. So you sort of manage to scramble out of the way and up a little bit back up the side of the hill. And you see a few other people are also escaping. They're leaving some loose ends because, as we know, it was sort of a failed mission, quote unquote, because many witnesses got away. Or a few witnesses got away. And Lasgar, you are also on this train, right? But let's say you're more in the rear end, so you don't know what caused this crash, you don't know what's going on, and you're just trying to get out of this train before it fully sinks. Do you think you have anything with you?
I would think so. I don't imagine Lasgar traveling just for pleasure. She would rather traveling for work. So I would assume she has her kit with her.
What does that
Also,
look like?
pretty much like it looks like now. She had some sort of weapon on her, a backpack with probably some maps, some adventuring gear, food rations. So she is bulky with her stuff. But also, this is enough for her to be carrying for days. So I would assume she quickly grabs everything because she has something important with the backpack. For example, the maps that she needs to
Yeah.
get back to the house. So I don't think she would be going for the water, but instead, if she is in the rear end, she would try to get to the final wagon, to the final cart, and try to like kick the door open to just get out of the end of the train.
Sure, make an athletics check.
Sure. Now I have advantage on that because yes.
Of course.
No, wait.
No,
I
it's
don't have
fine,
advantage.
do it. Yeah, no, it's a
I don't
flashback, but
think
we're
I have
using our
advantage.
current stats, it's fine. I don't care.
I'm not sure if I have advantage. I'm gonna roll without it.
Roll it with advantage because you're protecting maps and that's sort of your whole job, right? There you go! Alright. Yeah, you perfectly kick out this door, creating like a little surfboard. You sort of jump on the door, surf it to the water's edge, jump off, perfectly dry. And I will say, sort of in this short moment, you're watching, as you're thinking back, or as you maybe saw Lily back on that bridge, but you didn't mention it at all, you remember, this would have been like 7 years ago. How old was Lily 7 years ago?
Thinking like 14, 15.
Yeah, you
like
remember
that.
sort of this teenage girl huddled up in the grass, sort of almost like a little bit. You would imagine she would be running, but she's just sitting there and sort of watching it happen while you're running past her, trying to like get away from this sinking train, maybe looking for other people that might need your aid up on top of this hill where it seems like survivors are gathering. But this
I would
girl's sitting a bit away
assume
as
that
you pass her.
she is in a shock, so I would just try to grab her arm to maybe kind of shook her out and lift her a bit higher so that I would forcibly put her up on her legs to make her move away. Not fully grabbing her and carrying her up, but just trying to get her out of this, because I'm assuming she is in some kind of shock or trance, or maybe she hit her head. So just trying to shake her out of this.
How does Lily respond?
Before she does, she'll just like grab her hand.
Before she's able to grab your shoulder?
Yeah,
Nice.
Are you insane, kid? Get away from here now.
I'll be fine.
No, you'll not. Get the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. And she will bolt up the hill.
Nice.
Bye, lady.
And we fade away from this scene. Mysterious and strange. And you never saw that girl again, even as with this small party of evacuees went back to like a local town to like call for aid or whatever. You checked among the group, but you didn't see this girl again.
How much did Lily change in those 7-8 years? Is she like just bigger version of herself, or did she actually?
No, there's some difference, definitely.
Lasgar will probably not pay much attention to this. Because I don't think that this encounter would stick in her mind enough to make this connection that this is the same girl.
Sure, that's for you to decide. But I like this. This was great. And this is exactly what I wanted. And then the other two go, what do you mean this is exactly what you wanted? What do you mean? You just wanted to know things about them? What is that? Listen, I'm gonna go because you guys are always mean to me. And then he gets up and he leaves. And the other two go, I don't trust him, man. It's like
He's
soup with
the
milk
person.
is weird. Alright, well, let's turn in and get some rest, and then we'll hopefully arrive at the island probably in about 6-7 hours, so assuming we don't run into any further problems.
I hope not.
Alright. So you guys get some shut-eye and have a long rest and choose any appropriate spells if you hadn't chosen them yet. A quick little check-in. How was that?
Great.
I like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yay!
For the
Alright.
record, if
This
it
red
wasn't
cloak-
for the wedding, I would still be picking Horatio in like a bar or tavern or anything like that.
Sure.
I'm
But the
gonna
wedding
be
is
honest,
better.
I
Ah.
love the goblin wedding. The goblin wedding is excellent.
I love not being fully aware of being married to someone twice already.
By a goblin.
By
By a
God.
By a
goblin.
goblin.
But this
Yup.
time, it wasn't a language you didn't understand. The first time you understood completely perfectly, but just stood there doing nothing.
I mean, sure, I guess. Oh, I'm married now. I think I should meet my wife now.
It's probably the green skin. Turn out for blurry.
Alright.
The best part is that we are both indebted with Lasga.
I mean, I inherited Horatio's debt.
Yeah.
I would
That's
assume
not a
that
good
at some
thing.
point, no, because the way Lasgar married
I
with
don't know
Horatio to
that.
avoid paying him the debt, but she has way smaller debts than him. She almost had no debts. It's like probably the singular debt that she
Wait,
owes.
does this mean that when Horatio won the lottery, Lasgar is entitled to have it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. However,
But only Lasgar
I am
knows
in debt. Listen, my
Goblin
debt is high.
it.
Yeah. And I would guess that at some point Lasgar would run a background check of him, and when she finds out about these debts, this is the only reason she's protecting Horatio in the fights. She does not want to be left off with the debts because she is the wife.
Because they're goblin married, yeah. Which is
I mean-
weaker than a legal marriage, but still a marriage. It's a goblin marriage. Yeah.
Yeah, the
doesn't
debt
want to
is
risk
all
it.
for the debt is all from goblins, so it's perfectly normal. Some goblin related debt.
Yes. Alright. And very cute pen pals. Love it. And Lily being a lonely, mysterious little fucker that doesn't want to hang out with other people. Everything was in character. Yeah, no, I like this. This was what we needed. This is what I wanted, honestly. Anyway, you are awakened by the call of your captain, of Captain Medrith. And
Another
you,
kraken.
you can hear her call, crack! No, land ho! Land ho! And it rouses you, and you grab your things and come up to the surface. Finally, the goal of your journey is in sight. You can see Ice White Island in the distance. A frozen tundra and distant mountains are a stark contrast to the idyllic storm home that you left yesterday. In the distance, behind the veil of a heavy storm, you can make out the silhouette of an icy finger pointing toward the ring of Sybaris in the sky above. Your target is in sight, an icy tower that emerges toward the sky, and all that stands between you, a simple blizzard. A mere handful of minutes later, Captain Medrith begins shouting frantic orders to the crew in Elvish, which who here understands Elvish?
I think me.
All right.
Wait, I'm gonna check. Double check. Yes.
I don't.
She shouts in Elvish that the elemental is freezing up, and then she switches to common and she says, "Brace for impact." What do you guys do to brace for impact?
Chain around one of the pillars and hold myself.
I hold
fast.
on. I hold
Oscar,
on to
the railing.
Gedrick.
I hold on the railing.
I will do
Down
my
and just-
pillar.
Yeah.
Brace for impact.
Not the beard! Not the beard!
I'm
I'm
fighting
gonna-
this thing that is just standing, this pillar.
the mast. Yes.
The
yes.
mast. Yeah.
Same.
So we're all around the same mast.
Are you all? Well, that's the question. Are you all around the same mast?
There's two.
Sort of,
masts?
Horatio, seeing that Ironwood is holding on to this mast, would you just run up to the same one and also hold on, or would you run up to one of the different ones? Because there are 3.
No, because I don't trust myself. I'm gonna stay right here.
You're gonna also grab the same one.
Yeah.
You're all just huddled for dear life, except for Lasgar who's holding onto the railing on the side. Alright.
I'm on my chain.
Before
Aw.
your eyes, the ring of water that encircles the ship. Yeah, I suppose there are no masts because it's an elemental vessel, but I'm not gonna retcon it. Yeah,
Meh.
the
Okay.
ring of water, encircling the ship, slowly crystallizes into a frosty slurry and then freezes solid, while the crew runs to secure themselves as well in any manner that they can. You see the two of them sort of push away that third guy that they don't like, and he sort of rolls across and then holds on to the legs of Ironwood, who's holding on to the mast. And you can see the undeniable, sort of unsteerable, heading at a high speed towards a glacier. With the screech of splintering wood, the undeniable comes to a chilling, but relatively gentle, halt against the edge of the glacier. Each of you haven't been on a ship like this before, but you imagine this captain is really good, because this ship was fully heading for a frontal crash, and somehow she still manages to, make it a relatively gentle enough landing. After the immense noise of the crash, an eerie silence hangs over a heavily overcast sky. "All hands, damage report!" the captain shouts, breaking the unsettling quiet. As if a dam broke, the rest of the crew runs into a flurry of activity and start yelling back and forth in Elvish. Captain turns to you and says in common, "Well, we'll likely be stuck here to repair this damage while you lot go out toward the ice tower and find whatever it is you're looking for. Be warned, though. I don't like the look of that storm. Not one bit." She nods her chin over toward the distant icy spire underneath the dark rolling storm clouds, across a vast barren field of snow and ice. "Me and my crew will be shoving off before that storm gets too close to us, even if you're not back yet at that time. I'd give you 2 to 3 days before the undeniable is repaired and we set sail.
What happens if we do not make it in time?
We will contact your guild and they will likely hire a different crew to pick you up, but if we are still here when that storm hits, we're all doomed.
All right.
I'm just looking out for my crew and my men."
That's
Makes sense.
understandable.
Makes sense, Captain.
That's fair.
Alright, and you immediately see, again, the crew comes out and starts repairing the ship, and you are, well, at an opportunity right now to leave the ship and step into, onto the island, heading toward the spire in the distance.
Everybody got their shit? Their stuff. Sorry, Captain.
Yep.
Oh, the
Alright.
no swearing rule, I made that up. And then she
Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought so. Alright. Okay.
Remember to wear properly. Because, it's cold down there. Do you have
Yeah.
gloves and scarves? Everyone?
Yeah.
All in cold gear. Hella
Sure.
cold, of
Sounds
course.
like cold.
Alright, so Lescar, do you actually have any knowledge of fighting in the ice cold? So we can I will prepare the boat, probably a boat, right? We're not on land currently, right? Or
No, you have fully crashed onto the shore.
fully crashed. Alright, then I will
Oh.
start to
Sorry.
go down and bring
Yeah.
my shit. Do you have any knowledge of fighting in the heavy ice and stuff? As I go down.
You move more to be more warm, and you just bang them faster. That's it.
Really?
If you
Oh,
sweat,
I don't
try-
know.
if you sweat,
Oh,
try to
so
get
good.
dry.
Tell them, say you don't know. Don't make stuff up.
What do you
She
mean? If
won't.
I sweat, I die.
If you sweat, try to get dry because it's still
Oh,
water.
dry, not die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not die. No.
You could die.
Won't
I'll
die.
try.
You
I mean,
jump
you-
to specifics.
I mean, eventually you could die because of the sweat if things get cold and hypothermia. Technically you could, but let's say you won't.
Really? Throw your stuff. I'll catch it. Down on the. You're all on the boat, right?
I can climb.
Yeah, you don't jump. Throw your shit. It's heavy. Whatever. I just walk off like a few steps. Fuck.
Hmm.
After which Horatio just throws his shit and it lands in the snow, and you're not there to catch it.
Yep.
You know what?
Very
I'm not
smooth.
surprised anymore.
I'm sorry, that was me narrating what your character did. Do you think Horatio would
Yeah.
accept Kedrick's offer to like throw it, I'll catch it, and you're like, fine, yeah, excellent, and you chuck it and you don't.
I'm gonna be honest, that's very what Horatio would do.
That sounds like a Horatio thing,
It is
yeah.
the most, it's so good. I could just
Yeah.
remember. Alright, proudly. Whatever.
Yeah. Wait, what? Damn it. Yep, 100%. Yeah. You are first on the ground, Kedrick, and you look around this landscape, and something catches your eye in the distance. It looks like, while everyone else is still climbing down, they're not noticing this necessarily. It looks like another ship.
Hey guys, think there's another ship over there? There.
Maybe another guild or
Well,
some other adventures.
Oh,
Well,
there
there-
was
there
someone
was a
before
group
us,
of-
right?
yeah, but
Oh yeah.
we should maybe take a look because why is the ship still here? If they have the same problem we will have if the storm hits, the ship should be gone. Well, maybe their captain was not good as ours. Well, we should check it out.
For sure.
Alright. So assuming you guys are all wearing your cold weather gear,
Yes.
if anything happens going forward, if I forget to mention it, it's difficult terrain. It's slippery, it's icy, it's slushy, it's snowy, it's horrible. In case I forget to mention it, you now know it.
Could we have bought like spikes to not have problems walking in?
I feel
the
like
ice?
if you have the spikes, you wouldn't have problems walking in the ice, but you would still have problems walking in the snow. Like, imagine snow coming up to your
Makes
chest,
sense.
right? Sort of a Lord of the Rings style. Only Legolas
yeah.
can, like, walk across the top of it, and everyone else, like, trudging through meter-high snow, you know?
Makes sense. I would.
Aren't there
still
like
would have
snow
spikes.
rockets, which is like something you put
You have,
on your
like,
shoe to make it
those-
the high surface?
I know what you mean. Like those
Tennis
tennis rackets almost.
Jasper!
We have a visitor. Hello, visitor. Hang on, I'm going to stop Pocket Bart so that the cameras don't fuck up.
It's Daddy.
Oh.
Okay, wait, we have to take a little break. Wait, who is now not on camera? Hang on. It's who am I missing? I'm missing
You
I'm
closed
missing
Pocket
Blurry
Bart.
because I only have 6 cameras, so Blurry is now in the position where Pocket Bart was. No, I closed Pocket Bart
No.
on purpose so that I have so the
Mhm.
cameras
Good.
are not all sliding around. But now I don't have a Blurry. Hi.
Which one of you
Hello.
cast Raise the Dead?
What do you mean? Raise dead? You
Wouldn't it
just
be animate
you
that?
just missed Kaori and Nick's backstory train heist again. We just established that Uni's character and Martina's character were in the train. And
We are the loose ends.
yeah, there were
Yeah.
they,
Survive?
they are some of the yes, there were some survivors.
The
we
only
just found
survivors.
out. Yes, that's why this
Yes.
mission is
But
still
what
a
can you do about it
catastrophe.
now in Waterdeep? Nothing.
I feel a side quest. New objective. Leave nothing behind.
Also, how do you
Too much
think
Warframe,
how
brother. Too much
many
War-
how many goblin weddings unwillingly did Blurry get into? The count is up to 2 now.
Yep.
I mean, one is an accident, right? I mean,
They
two
were both
it's better.
excellent.
Yeah.
Both accidents.
Listen, Goblin loves me. What can I say?
Hey, brother.
Yeah, basically, Jasper,
Alright,
I
boy.
was noticing that the characters weren't really connecting too much, which is like arguably fine. But yeah, we ran like a little backstory thing just now, and like I gave them a list of like some little one-on-one. Oh, how do our characters know each other specifically? And we just ran them through it, and it was excellent. And now we know a lot of things. We know that some characters were best friends during the war through letters, and some characters got married at a Goblin festival, and some characters were loose ends in a train crash that where they were supposed to die but lived, but neither of them spoken of it since. We already knew that this mission was an absolute failure and that Mama Madani was not proud of us, and now we figured out why. Loose ends.
What we then knew about loose ends.
Nothing, because that mission was over and the war was over and we just messed up and were grounded for a few days. That's sort of, I think, how it worked. Anyway,
Oh no.
do we continue playing D&D or do we just want to like hang out for a bit?
I feel like hanging out.
I feel
we have
like
so
the little
much
break's
RP
nice.
things.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like-
sure. I'll just end this one here, and then if we continue, we'll just make it into a second episode, right? So,
Sure.
thank you for watching, and don't forget to roll for frog.
Ribbit.
Rip.